Okay, disclaimer. To White, the creator of Total Trauma, I'm asking for rights from you so I can use this as evidence in my podcast. So, and I'm not stealing. And I promise I'm not stealing. I'm just quoting. So basically that's not stealing, right? Also, I really like your Total Drama comic. Very entertaining. Some of the parts is very funny and very drama, which is what the show has wanted. And hopefully, I want someone to listen to your ideas in the future so like they can animate this in real life. So, or like a YouTuber or even Fresh TV. Just because Total Drama doesn't necessarily have to be for kids. So, yeah, I really hope someone will listen and watch and, like, read your comics, because I know some people do, but, like, a TV producer. Because I want to be famous. Hey, guys, it's Aaliyah, and today you know that feeling where you just feel a little sad and a little mad at the same time? That's how I feel. But I know this is nothing about me. Oh, duh. But today I'm going to do an analysis on Courtney. I know I talked about Courtney before, but I got some new information. But this is like the information that I took upon. It was from this great webcomic called Total Trauma. Also, I'm gonna have a +1 of my opinion on Total Trauma, but in the next episode. But today I'm going to talk about Courtney again, as I think I talked about Courtney a few times. I talked about Courtney, Chris, and Amy. Yeah, and all the stuff that, and I covered Amy's analysis a few months ago, and after a few weeks I post this, I'm going to do analysis on Chris, which none of these are good. But back on Courtney, I got some new information, right? About Courtney, about the situation between Courtney, and note this. This is from a comic. I don't actually have confirmation. So let's take this with a grain of salt. So Courtney, who's lawyer brain. I actually think I have an analysis on Courtney. I remember I'm just gonna have to check back after commercial, but I think I have Courtney's analysis hammered down. But this is like a second edition to this. So, Total Trauma is like another super Total Trauma, and there's a lot of things right with this. You guys were gonna think I said a lot of things wrong. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, I'm not gonna say there's anything wrong with it, but there's things that I'm confused with. And I will ask Wyatt, the creator of Total Trauma, to confirm my thoughts. But yeah, let's take a trip. But let's take a trip to the future and see who Courtney is, and compare her to those things. Yeah, I'm gonna take a trip to the future. We're all gonna take a trip to the future. And I'm recording this on my iPad. I'm going to record this on my phone, because then I can look up information on my iPad so I can confirm that, evidence, science, nature, professions of my life. So, after commercial, I will be recording on my iPhone. But first, let's let's what's that word? What's that word that says let's time travel back to the old Courtney? So the old Courtney was this future lawyer, that's Emma, the future CIT girl, future bish, past bish. Um, excuse me, she dated a lot of people, which I also have evidence on now, because excuse me, because like I said, the next segment I'm going to be recording on my phone, so I can look up information on my iPad for confirmation. And that evidence is total trauma. And yeah, that's past Courtney. The future Courtney, I have to say, I have to say, crazy, right? It's crazy how she doesn't really change. She's still that cocky self, like she always was. But I think she's become more cockier in Total Trauma than the original, the past Courtney. Which I'm glad that she got the punishment of Sunday. I'm not going to talk about that. But my next segment, I'm going to be talking about, I don't know, I'm going to be talking about more about Courtney, and I'm going to talk about her relationships. That is my new segment, relationships. How one outcome, and it's going to be one, and it's going to be how Courtney dated a few people. So, yeah. Also, I found Total Trauma on Tumblr. Did I say that already? Anyways, I giving props to why I made this. So, yeah, don't guys, just don't get on me saying I didn't use credits, cause it's not a movie, and I did use credit. I used credit from Wyatt. I'll check out Total Drama, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next segment, which I will be recording on my iPhone. Yeah, I did. Now I remember what happened to my analysis on Courtney. I recorded all that stuff for probably nothing, cause blah, and then I deleted it to make a new, better episode. So yeah, I didn't do an analysis on Courtney. This is an analysis on future Courtney. So enjoy. I am back, and I've been searching for almost like 5 minutes, but I found it. So this is a Total Trauma comic section about Courtney, because, yeah, I have no reason. So, I'm not going to read it's really short, but I'm not going to actually read the whole thing. I'm going to pinpoint that some of these Total Trauma characters now, as this girl Wyatt is running it, or boy, it's like, and by the way, I'm not complaining, it's kind of weird how she puts the characters in a weird position, like, in a weird position in other relationships and such and such. I'm not going to talk about that. Actually, I'm going to read through the whole thing. So, Courtney starts out saying that in the first part, we've been reading that she concludes that everyone, as the readers, are happy to see her, which in the first spot when I first started reading it is that no, I'm not happy to see you, but no hate to all the Courtney lovers out there. I know there are some people who like Courtney, who adore Courtney, and I'm not targeting this at that. I'm targeting, yeah. So she also says that she doesn't have a sob story, and probably proclaims that she's great. She's been great. She also claims that she went to uni, and she met this sweet girl named Cecily, which is now her girlfriend. But in this break, I'm going to read a whole. Do I regret the whole drama? Sure. It was a waste of time in a lot of ways. But if ain't, wow. Okay, let me start with this line. It was a waste of time in a lot of ways. But if anything, wait, I gotta read it. I'm sorry. It was a waste of time in a lot of ways. Let's just say that there. It was a waste of time in a lot of ways. But I'm like, yet you went there to get the money to show your team. But I think it's just like a reflect. She's reflecting on it. That's a reflection. But and then I quote, but if anything, my performance has only made me more attracted to employers. Which is also like, what's that word where, like, you go at the problem? I can't think of the damn word. I hate when I forget this. When it's, like, targeted at the word. Pinpoint or something? Pinpoint. Or that word that you say when you're targeting at someone. Like, in the future. Pinpoint? I don't fucking know. But I'm sorry for cursing. But, like, it's gonna pinpoint the problem. Gwen and Heather is gonna pinpoint the problem at the end of the comic. Nearly the end, because Wyatt is still continuing. I can't think of the damn word. There's also, targeted? Whatever the hell the word is. And then in the next section of the comic, it says, and they've kept my clothes on. Unlike certain total drama stars who happen to despise from the beginning, you should have called it. See that, and that's where the cockiness, the cockiness begins. That's when the cockiness has been. Yeah, I'm still thinking of that word. I'm gonna Google it right now.
This drug class has been associated with neurologic adverse reactions, including seizures. Use with caution in dogs with a history of these disorders. Protect him with all your heart. Simparica Trio. Your priorities have changed, including your educational needs. As a pioneer in online education, Grantham knows you need more from your university. Along with unmatched student support, Grantham has one of the lowest tuitions, even lower for our frontline heroes and their families. Especially now, Grantham has what you need, more flexibility. With no set class times, you're in control. Prepare for what's next. Visit Grantham.edu to learn more. Grantham.edu.
Hey Rob, does it really matter which protein bar I choose?
Yes, it does.
There's some protein bars that have as much sugar as a candy bar. My Atkins chocolate peanut butter bar, I don't want it packed with sugar or refined carbs. So choose wisely. Are the Atkins shakes really as good as I've heard? Yes, Kaylee, they are. Rich in protein, easy on the sugar and net carbs, and they also deliver key nutrients that support a healthy immune system. So let's enjoy.
When you need to wear a mask, why not make it comfortable? Tommy Copper was founded on comfort. That's why our customers say this is the most comfortable.
Or directed. That's what I'm looking for. Past tense was something to aim at. Or like past tense was something like focused on, aimed at, pursued, attacked. Like those words. Okay? Those words. And that's what, and that's the thing that they aimed at for Courtney, Heather, and Gwen, about how young she was dating people. But that's what we're gonna get onto in a second. What else? That's what she says. Ooh, Duncan's in jail. Which I don't know what what, well, I mean, we all knew that from the start, Courtney. But yeah. Then this one was Cecily and Courtney sleeping, blah, 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 blah. Look, you get too focused on that, then there's Duncan, then there's Noah. Oh, yeah, then Jelly Beans. Which I laughed at this one. Mm, 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 I should have went over to page 5, because that's where it started. But in my next segment, once I look for this, I'm going to be seeing, I'm going to be talking about future Courtney's relationships. And there's only 3 segments about this, guys. So, yeah. Okay. Yep. I am back, and now I'm going to be talking about this long comment. But like this long piece of a comic. It also says, it's called Lisa's Psych. So basically in the whole formation, it was about Cecily, it was about Heather and Gwen inviting Cecily and Courtney to a movie. And they accepted. But then this says that, but then Cecily says, but first I need to ask my mom. Be right back in a sec. ... Did she say? This is the information from my mom. It's a movie, hilarious. And then Courtney's admits that, or confirms that Cecily is 19. And then her faces, that was so funny. Gwen actually looks like a vampire in this comic, the same. Perspective shift. Then it goes into the problem where Courtney is confronted, because even though she claims she has a beautiful life, she's dating a 19-year-old. So, you guys already know where that stands in. As you, see, this is all, where it began, and went through. This is where the problem all started after Courtney claims her life is perfect. But it's not. It's really not. So, then Courtney said, why is she staring at her like that? Gwen claims that she's out. Gwen says that she's out. But Gwen asks, God dang it, is she out of high school? Courtney says yes. She got to college early, math genius, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Gwen says she's really young. Courtney says it's legal, she's an adult. Now this is the part, she's legal. But I'm pretty sure that age difference is not legal / really, really normal. Also, Heather explained some guys that Courtney dated in the past, which, by the way, I had no idea she dated them. The only one that I know that she dated was Scott. And she was straight back then, right? She was straight, as it says here, so she said hasn't been patterned, and she was the guys with age, so I guess it means younger or older, whatever. Scott, Lucy, and Caleb. Then she says, what exactly are you accusing me of? We're not accusing of and Gwen claims that she's not accusing Courtney of anything. It was concern for them. She's concerned for you, for Courtney. And when that asks if Courtney's her first, if Cecilia's Courtney's first girlfriend, she says she thinks, and so why does it matter? And she just really, there's a really big difference in life experience. I don't know what that means, but she did a lot of people, was putting it lightly, blah, 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 blah. Then, Heather wasn't the problem. And I'm going to say it, the whole chunk of it. I said I wasn't going to read it, but I'm going to read half of it. So it says, Courtney, for as long as I've known you, you have never once been single for longer than a breath. I wonder why that might be. No, wait, we both already know. I'm going to go ahead and tell you something you need to hear for a long time. And I'm going to go yikes, which is really funny. The reason is that you hate yourself so much that you can't stand to be alone with yourself for longer than an instant. So you throw yourself immediately to the arms of the person you run into. Bonus points. If that person is young and gullible enough to idolize you completely and never criticize your flaws. Yeah, that was the problem with Duncan, right? They would criticize the things you did wrong. And you don't want that in a partner. You want the kind of blind devotion that can only be found in a high schooler or a dog. Heather, what's your damage? And introduce your worst friends.
Here we are, game 3, Triple G, and Chef Luca, please.
And this is, Courtney, this is a power dynamics thing. I mean, a 24-year-old with all of this life experience and TV stuff, an 18-year-old never had a relationship before, that gives you a lot of power and leaves you pretty vulnerable and being manipulated. See, that's where Courtney's 24, and what's her name is 19. Big difference, right? So that's what they mean. Okay. Miss Cecilia be so adorable. My favorite character out of the whole series. And my mom said I could go. My name movie. Woohoo! I'm so excited. So yeah, that's more to say about Courtney. And more further results as we go down the list. View, blah blah blah. And then you see Courtney crying for no reason. It doesn't say the reason she was crying. But, you know, I think it was like the movie. I don't think it was a movie. They actually look really, 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 really nice. Really, really good talent. I love this series. Keep doing the great work, Wyatt. But at the end of the day, if I really had advice for Courtney, if I was her age, I'd say date someone your own age. And, like, go to therapy. Like Heather recommended to Gwen in the first part of the series. Like the beginning. And I have proof here, quote, do you ever think about blah, 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 blah? She says therapy at the end. Years of therapy. So, I'm not really a therapist or a doctor or anything, but I say Courtney gets on her own age, get therapy, and all that jazz. So, yeah. The next episode, which is about to be very, very next episode, because after I post this up today, I'm going on Tumblr too. I'm going to be posting about, what's her name? About Courtney. So yeah. Thank you for listening. Give me lots of plays on Tumblr and Twitter. And yeah, I'll see you all in the right next one. Bye.